The Dreaming World, A Place Between Movements. Part 3, The Echo. She moved, and the world formed around her. One path, one outcome, everything settling into place. And for a moment it felt stable again, familiar, complete. But something remained, something just out of alignment. Not in front of her, not behind her, but close enough to feel, so she slowed, not stopping completely, just softening the movement. And in that space she began to notice it. Not a sound, not a shape, but a difference, something repeating, slightly out of sync, like a second version of the moment that hadn't quite become real. She took another step, and again the world responded, forming, settling, continuing, but this time something else followed, faint, distant, almost there. And she turned, gently, carefully, but there was nothing to see. Only the feeling that something had moved with her, just out of phase, just beyond where the moment fully resolved. So she became still and let the moment open, just slightly, just enough. And there it was again, not visible, not formed, but present, a trace, the path she hadn't taken, the movement that never completed. And she felt it, not as a thought, not as a choice, but as a quiet continuation running alongside her. Not in the same space, not in the same time, but close, very close. And as she shifted, it shifted too, not following, not copying, but responding like an echo that never fully faded. So she paused again, deeper that time, holding the moment before movement, and she let the unchosen path remain, just for a second longer. And the space responded, not by changing, but by revealing, and for a brief, fragile moment, she felt both. The step she took, and the step she hadn't, overlapping, not merging, but existing together, before everything settled again. One path, one world, one reality forming into place. And she understood then, softly, clearly, that not everything disappeared when it wasn't chosen. Some things remained, close, quiet, waiting, echoing. And from that moment on, movement was no longer just a step forward. It was a divergence, a soft splitting of what was and what could have been. And in that space between them, the echo remained. The Dreaming World, A Place Between Movements. Part 4, The Convergence. She moved, and the world formed as it had before. One path settling into place, one outcome continuing forward. But this time she did not move without awareness. She felt it immediately, the echo beside her, faint but present, not behind her, and not ahead of her, but close enough to follow. And instead of turning away from it, she remained with it, just for a moment longer than before, allowing the space between movement to open. And as it opened, the echo strengthened, not into form, not into something she could see, but into something she could enter. And she understood then, not as a thought, but as a quiet alignment, that the echo was not separate from her. It was a continuation that had never fully resolved. So she slowed again, holding the moment before movement. And instead of choosing immediately, she leaned, not physically, but through intention, toward the path she had not taken. And for a brief, impossible second, the world resisted, not pushing her back, but holding both directions at once. And she felt it, the step she had taken, and the step she had not, both present, both real, neither collapsing into one. And the space around her shifted, not forming in a single direction, but overlapping, layers settling into one another, edges no longer fixed, distance no longer certain. And for the first time, movement did not create a single world. It created many, existing together, just long enough to be felt. And she remained there, steady, allowing the convergence to hold. And in that space she understood something deeper than before. That reality did not only form from movement, it could also fold. That paths did not only divide, they could meet again. And as she exhaled, the moment softened, and the world settled once more into one continuity, one outcome, one path forming clearly around her. But something had changed, not in the world, but in her relationship to it. She knew now that separation was not final, that divergence was not permanent, and that somewhere within the structure of movement, there was a way to return, not backwards, not in time, but through alignment. And from that moment on, when she moved, she no longer felt alone within the path she took. She felt the others, close, quiet, converging, waiting for the moment they might become one again.